Once in Vijayanagar, it kept raining continuously for several days, due to which people were very upset.
Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara. Guru Sakshat Para Brahma.
Oh no! What's this? What are you doing?
Prayer to the God for stopping the rain.
You spilled my rasam.
Not only Raju, but also others in Vijayanagar wanted the rain to stop. Among them was Chani Prasad, the sculptor of Vijayanagar. Where could he find the stones to sculpt statues in the rain? So he began sculpting the stones he had at home.
Wow!
Oh, where did my stone go? It was here somewhere. Huh? Where is the stone? Move away from there, please.
Oh, what happened, my dear?
Have you seen my stone that I used to grind the chutney?
How do I know?
What? You made a statue of this too? Now how do I grind the chutney? Where are you running away?
Whether it was Raju's prayer or Chani Prasad's patience, the rain stopped and the open sky of Vijayanagar was narrating the story of the havoc caused by the rain. When Raju left for the temple to thank God for stopping the rain, he saw something by the riverbank that he had never seen before.
Miracle! Oh God! After helping us overcome the troubles in Vijayanagar, you yourself came to bless us. We are blessed! I'll tell this to everyone!
Oh no, not this. Not even this. Not a single stone is of use to me. Oh God, this is injustice.
God has come! God has come!
Justice has been served quickly, God. This flat stone is perfect for sculpting a statue. It will be a lot of fun. I'll bring my chisel and hammer right away.
In the same stone where Raju saw God, in that very stone, Chani Prasad thought it would be perfect to sculpt a statue. But this was not going to stop here.
I'm very tired now. You go and take some rest too, huh? Wow, such a flat stone. Why not take some rest on it? Oh, it seems I fell asleep. And why not? This place is so nice, and on top of that, this stone is so flat. This place will relieve all the tiredness of my business friends too. I'll inform them right away.
Hey, wait. I say wait. Let me carve the statue first. Then we will fill it with colors.
This is not color. It's turmeric and vermilion. How sinful you are. God himself has appeared and you can't see it?
But how can he appear until I carve the stone with my chisel and hammer?
Stop! Leave!
My friends, go and fight somewhere else. We just want to relax here. What is the problem with you? Huh?
Bhaskar, it's me, Pannu.
Oh, so you did all this? Ah!
How dare you sit on my god?
This is a stone for sculpting, not a cot.
Don't you try to come in between this.
This stone is for making sculptures.
No, this is my god.
This is my stone.
No, it's mine.
No, it's mine.
It is neither yours nor yours. It is mine.
How dare you?
Leave me.
Stop this! Arjun, who are they? Huh?
They look like tribals. We are soldiers of King Vidyadhar. Move back.
We need to clear this stone blocking the path.
I'll see how you move my god from here.
This is my stone for sculpting. If I complain to the king, you will be in big trouble.
We are also merchants. Don't try to threaten us by using King's name. Go and make your statue somewhere else. This is for our relaxation. This is my stone, understood?
Hey, Keshav! Why are you washing clothes on our god?
But where is your god?
Look, this is our resting and relaxing place. Move away from here.
What relaxation? This stone is for making sculptures.
Statue? Resting place? God? This is my stone for washing clothes.
What?
The mud might have stuck to it due to the rain. That's probably why there's a misunderstanding among all of you.
Huh? He's talking as if his name is written on it, huh?
Oh, yes. Yes. What? Have you seen it now? Now go from here. I have to wash the clothes of the royal palace.
So Keshav reached there and washed away all the desires of those people, isn't it?
Wow, Amma, what an interesting story. Everyone had their own perspective regarding that stone.
Absolutely right.
And what was the outcome in the end?
It was a washerman's stone.
The Vijayanagar rest house was very famous among travelers. It was the best and most affordable place to stop and eat for the traders traveling through Vijayanagar.
What happened?
The rest house belonged to Bimlesh.
It seems like the cart's wheel got stuck.
Wait, I'll help you.
He was always ready to help people.
Thank you, Bimlesh.
Bhaskar, my friend, you have your meal and rest. I'll take care of this road, huh?
In this good work, Bimlesh had the support of his brothers as well.
Wow, Bimlesh, my friend, you have done a great job by repairing this road.
Take care, my friend, and come again.
Yes, yes.
Hmm.
Bimlesh's days were passing happily while serving people. One day, a traveler arrived at Bimlesh's rest house whom he had never seen before.
You seem to have come from far away, my friend. Why don't you relax after having your meal in the rest house? Eh?
There are already many people there. After a little rest, I'll find another place ahead.
It didn't seem right to Bimlesh that a traveler should leave his rest house without having food and rest. There might not have been space in the rest house, but there was certainly space in his home.
These chickpeas are for you. It seems he liked it very much. You come inside. Here is your food.
My hunger has increased more after seeing such delicious dishes.
When someone is extremely hungry and so many varieties of dishes are placed in front of them, how can they resist eating? Seeing the food, the traveler got engrossed in eating. After a hearty meal, both the traveler and his horse were refreshed and ready to continue their journey.
Thank you, my friend, for the delicious meal and hospitality. You are very kind and generous. If you have any worries or troubles, please let me know.
Worries? Troubles? No. Why would I worry about anything? I have a happy family. I have 2 brothers. Our children play together. My life is going well by serving people in my rest house. I have no worries at all.
Oh, so you won't express your feelings like this. Wait. I am Yum. I have no fear.
Yama? My lord, is it you? But why are you here?
Don't be afraid. I come here occasionally to visit the earth. Now that you know me, tell me, what worries you?
Bimlesh said that he was worried about his family. What would happen to them if something happened to him? Along with this, he also wanted to expand his rest house so that he could serve more travelers.
As you wish. You are a good person, Bimlesh. You provided me with food and arranged for my rest without even knowing me. Life and death are inevitable. Even I cannot stop them. But in return for your service, I can do this much for you. In your final moment, when I come to take you, I will give you some signs before that. You can do whatever you want for the service of your family and people before that.
Thank you, my lord.
After getting assurance from Yama, Bimlesh no longer had any worries. He wholeheartedly engaged himself in doing everything he could for his family.
Brother, the space in the rest house is now becoming limited. We need to arrange for some additional rooms.
You expand the rest house and you will take care of all its management. Anuj will assist you. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Gradually, Bimlesh also involved both his brothers in the work of the rest house. Time passed. Bimlesh's hair had also turned white.
Let's go.
What happened, brother?
Nothing. I'm all right.
Brother, I'm thinking that there should be arrangements for another dining hall in the rest house. I want to give the management of this to Anuj.
Bimlesh was happy because both his brothers were also well settled now. As time passed, Bimlesh was content because with his advice, his brothers had not only managed but also expanded the business of the rest house. But Bimlesh was waiting for the sign that Yamraj was supposed to give him before his arrival.
Let's go. It's time to leave.
My lord, you...
Oh, not Lord, brother. It's me. You have to go to inaugurate our new rest house.
Oh, I almost forgot, Anuj.
Let's go.
The last days of Bimlesh's life had arrived. But the desire to live does not leave a person until the very end. And so it was with Bimlesh too.
All right, Bimlesh.
Your time on earth has come to an end. So shall we go now?
Anuj...
This time it's not Anuj. It's me, Yam.
But my lord, you said that you would give a sign before coming.
I did give signs, Bimlesh. Your hair turning white, your back bending, the loss of your teeth as you got older. All these were signs of my arrival.
But these things happen to everyone, my lord.
Yes, that's why. The wise prepare for this time. Just like you did. I saw how you have made your brothers skilled in their work. Now they can take care of themselves and also serve the people.
Bimlesh realized that after the day he met Yama, he had handled all his responsibilities well. As per Yama's instructions, he had made his brothers capable enough to take care of the family after he was gone. Now he had no burden on his heart. He bid farewell to the earth happily and went with Yama. The 4 seasons, day and night, were 6 brothers. Day and night had already divided their time. But once there was a debate among all the seasons about who is better. Then Agnidev, the fire god, said,
I am the eldest. If I cease to exist, there will be no harvest and people will die due to hunger.
Now it was Shildev, the winter god's turn.
No, brother. The harvest happens just because of the winter.
Indradev, the rain god, couldn't see this, so he showcased his power to them.
Brother, the harvest happens because of my rainfall.
Even the youngest, Vayudev, the wind god, was not one to stay behind.
Brother, when I move, clouds gather, then it rains. And after that, there is harvest.
Who else could determine which season is better besides the people? That's why all 4 gods came to Vijayanagar.
The weather is so good during the summer, Mani's honey.
Did you hear that? The people of Vijayanagar love me so much.
How does it matter if only one person says this?
That's true, Ranka. Mangoes flourish during the summer And I make good profit due to this.
The decision has been made, leaving the people of Vijayanagar under the protection of Agni Dev. The rest of the brothers went away from there.
Oh, it's so hot, Manish, honey. It seems like it's raining fire.
Oh no! All my mangoes have dried up and fallen down. This summer has caused me a lot of loss.
Oh, it's so hot. Somebody give me some water. Is this summer or some calamity? When will it end? Huh? Oh.
Oh, this heat burnt my cotton. Oh God, save us from this heat. Give us rain.
People don't want you, brother. They want me. And I have to listen to their prayers.
And then Indradev brought the rain.
It's raining? Well, at least we got some relief from this heat, Manish, honey.
Oh no! This erratic rain won't even let me sculpt properly.
Anything in excess is not good, even if it is rain.
Oh God, what kind of test you are taking, Manish, honey?
The winter is better than this. At least I can sell my cotton.
You're right. I also get plenty of clothes for washing. Lots of them. When will winter come?
Brother, the people of Vijayanagar don't want you. They want me.
And then Sheet Dev relieved the people by spreading his cold waves throughout Vijayanagar.
The season of winter has arrived, Manish, honey. I was eagerly waiting for this. People often get hungry during winter and my grain sells.
Chiroji uncle, please make this quilt quickly.
It will take some time because the untimely winter has come quite suddenly.
At least it is better than the scorching heat and relentless rain.
Did you hear that?
Is this water or ice? It's so cold.
What kind of quilt is this? It doesn't provide any warmth at all.
How can a quilt fight this cold when even the fire isn't working against it?
Why do you open the shop every day and wait for the customers? The cold has made everyone sick. Will people eat the doctor's medicine or your grain?
Oh no, Manish, honey. All these seasons will ruin my business.
This winter has even made me sick. How can I make medicine for so many people? Come back tomorrow.
The weather is so cold and there is no medicine. Oh God, save us.
So Sheet Dev also understood that he was not welcome there. Now it was the turn of the youngest, Vaidev.
Do you see now, brother? The people of Vijayanagar don't want you all anymore. Now it's my turn.
Ah, it's so breezy here. What a pleasant weather today. It will be fun washing the clothes. Oh. Huh? Huh? Oh no! My clothes! Stop! My clothes! Huh? My clothes! Ah! Oh! Oh!
Oh, what a disaster! Oh, my trees! Them!
Oh no, Manish, honey, my grains! My shop! Hey, Mohan, where are you going alone? Wait, I'm also coming with you.
Even with the arrival of Vayudev, the people of Vijayanagar were not happy. They wanted to get rid of this problem very quickly.
Guruji, now only you can suggest a solution. This has never happened before. The weather has been erratic for the past few days.
Even I had a huge loss, Guruji.
Well, it seems like the gods of the seasons are fighting amongst themselves.
Being gods, they should think about it. We are bearing the loss due to their fight.
Let me tell you one thing. Fights always happen to prove a point. If they understand that it's not about being better than each other, but about being together for the welfare of the people, then this fight will end.
All the gods realized their mistake after hearing Guruji's words. It is also true that the joy of rain comes after the heat of summer. Similarly, summer is refreshing after the winter. The wind provides relief in the summer. In the rainy season, clouds spread due to the wind, distributing uniform rain everywhere. After that, the mood of the weather never changed.
If you like this video, subscribe to our channel Murthy Media.